Hey, it's Miss Modest again, back with just a special but short virtual field trip. Since my science investigation this week dealt with making a volcano, I wanted to share with you guys a website that I found that lets you take a closer look at some of the volcanoes around the world. And the website is up here, volcanoes.usgs.gov/index.html, and I'll try to copy that link in the bottom of this video. So it just is showing you some US volcanoes and their current activity alerts. So here's a map, and if the triangle is green, then that means the volcano is like in a normal state. If it is in yellow, then that means it's kind of increasing in its volcanic activity. So I know that because I read the key up here. If we were to see one that was in a red, then that would mean warning. It might be getting ready to erupt. These white ones mean that they're volcanoes, but nobody's really monitoring them, probably because they haven't been active for a very long time. So it looks like on this website, most of the volcanoes that they're showing are kind of like between the Bering Sea and the Gulf of Alaska, and then kind of down, this is like where California would be on the United States, so kind of like the western part of the United States. And then there's a yellow one over here in Hawaii. There's also some white ones that are not being monitored over here or by Japan. So on this website, it talks to you a little bit about volcano observatories and how they reduce risk around the globe. So these are places where they're monitoring the volcanoes for activity to make sure that if they're getting ready to erupt, we can, let people know and they can get to safety. Then there are 5 volcano observatories that they kind of let us take a closer look at. So this is the Alaska Volcano Observatory website. And so here are some volcanoes. And you can click on them to get a closer look. So on this one it says forecasts of volcanic ash will interact with wind, where, how high, and how fast the ash particles transport into the atmosphere, as well as where the ash will fall and accumulate on the ground, is what they are monitoring right now. And this one is in yellow alert, so it has had some signs of elevated unrest. But volcanic activity has decreased and continues to be closely monitored, so it's not on the verge of erupting or anything. And then they show you the tools that they use to monitor the volcano and some images of the volcano. Oh, this one doesn't have any images, sorry. So let's go back. Let's try Cleveland. So here's where Cleveland is, right in between the Gulf of Alaska and the Bering Sea. And it is also yellow. And it is also being monitored for ash and where that ash will fall. But there are some more images to look at for this one. So this first image is from May of 2016. So it's showing you ash deposits and debris that followed an explosion on May 5th of 2016. So probably that was the last time this one had any eruptions. Boy, it looks kind of blue there in the center. Robust steaming and high temperatures in its crater, indicating continued unrest. The high temperature feature is visible in this image as a red pixel. Robust steaming observed extended to the west and seen as a shadow on the lower meteorological cloud deck. Shortwave IR has very little reflectance from snow, which is why it appears to be blue. So remember, these volcanoes are near Alaska, so that's reflecting off of the snow. And so you can just kind of play around with this website and take a closer look at some volcanoes. There's other places, like you could look at Hawaii. Most of theirs are in the green, which means they're normal. They're not near eruption or anything. This one here, Mauna Loa, is yellow. My challenge to you is to find one that is orange or red. Can you find a volcano that's orange or red somewhere on this website and tell me where it's located? Have fun.